Hey folks, Two Sheds Gabby here. I just got home from my trip just minutes ago. I've changed into my really comfy clothes because I've been driving all day. Man, I've driven almost 3,000 pounds, 3,000 miles this week. We're really glad to be home. I just got my computer set back up, and I'm going to try to get this penny box finished. I did stop some more banks today, and I got another box of nickels and $40 worth of nickels besides that, and 10 rolls of pennies besides that. I'll tell you more about the week as I go through these coins, but wasn't the best week in coins for me, for sure. But I'll tell you more about it as we go. We are here in Orlando, and we spent the night with my relative last night, and we're out this morning. I've gone to 3 different banks returning these boxes of $half. In each branch I've asked if they've got nickels or pennies. The first 2 had nothing that I could get, or no loose $half. The third one, they finally did put together a box of customer rolled pennies. I'm hoping to find somewhere to get at least 1 box of nickels. But at least I have something to go through tonight. Hopefully it's got something in it. We're now pulled in to get some oil change done. So we're waiting on that. Well, we're back to the house now. Oil's changed, gas, the car's filled up. And I got about an hour before we have to leave for our other appointment. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through a few of these pennies and see if there's anything any good in them. Well, the first roll kind of busted open. I struggle with customer rolls, I gotta tell you. But I do see a dime, so that's encouraging. And there's copper, so we got something. I'll show you all pictures of the house I'm staying at here. It's amazing. It's really nice. Before we went out this morning, while my wife was getting ready to go, I went over and played several games of pinball. I started a game of Galagula, but I didn't finish it. There's an 82. I do have my scales. I'll weigh that in a little bit. Here's my dime. 82. This is a nice one. I'm in the second row, a little more than halfway through. And I had already found 2 copper. I think I found like 6 in the first row. But here's a 1942 San Francisco. That's neat. First wheat penny. Hopefully we'll find more. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. My friend's taking the day off. And he just threw out a couple of options at us, and my wife's looking them up. We knew it wasn't going to be a long trip, so we didn't come prepared for lots of hiking or anything like that, so we're having to be a little bit picky with the attractions we choose. Here in the third row now, we find a copper Canadian. It's one of the 12-sided. So there's stuff. I'm definitely getting a little bit of copper and stuff. There's an 82. Is copper. So we think we're going to try to go to the Orlando Aquarium tomorrow. We've never been to one. Neither my wife or myself have ever been to one of those aquariums. Oh, there's another Canadian copper, 1975. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. It's a funny color. I don't think it's gold plated or nothing, but it sure is a different color than all the rest. I guess it's just toning. I'm in the 7th row, and here is my second wheat penny. Looks like a 1946 Denver. Pretty neat. I stopped in at a Wells Fargo because I've had good luck with them in the past. And I asked if I could buy a box, and she said if you don't have a membership, they can't sell me a box. I asked if they had $50, and she asked the other, they were going to sell me $50, but nobody had any. That was a shame. I have been tempted so many times to get an account with Wells Fargo because I've always liked them. I may yet, I just don't know. There aren't very many 2023s so far.
Just walked out of the ocean.
I've already got multi-ball twice. Love it. This is a great machine. Good break. I got back from our dinner engagement, and I went to play another game, and I did it. I got the high score, got to put my initials in. It was awesome. I've still got it. I've been playing this since I was a teenager, and I love pinball. It is the next morning, or maybe 2 mornings later. I'm not sure, guys. I went through 10 more rows this morning before my wife got up. Found 2 more wheat pennies. That's 4. No Canadian in this bunch. It's 45 and 58. Not finding a whole lot in here. We're going to go over to the coast today and drive up and down the coast. Oh, my friend just got here. We are now on the Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway on our way to Cocoa Beach. See you there. This is the 3rd row I've opened since I've been back, and I think it makes it the 23rd row in the box. And here is wheat penny number 5. 1951 Denver. All right, maybe we'll even get 10. The copper is not great. You know, I'm getting a few every row, but that's okay. So we left Sunday after services. We ran to my mom's, had a quick lunch. Then we took off and we drove all the way from Louisville to southern Atlanta in it's a little town called Morrow. And we got a hotel there. And then we got up Monday morning and took off and did not go to any banks on Monday. We just shot down to try to get to my friend's house as quickly as I could. His place. He has a really fun pinball machine, Godzilla, and I played it a lot. And yeah, we'll talk more about that. I am into the second half of the box now, and here is a Wheatie. Looks like it could possibly be an old one. I could handle that. No, it's just rough. In 1944, it's not that old. He's been passed around and beat around a lot. That's Wheatie number 6, though. Okay, so the trip. Tuesday morning, we got up. I had 3 boxes of halves to return, and I was hoping to come across some more $50 and box of pennies, box of nickels, and all that. And nobody had anything. I mean, I was able to take the coins back and deposit them. But I think maybe the last bank I went to, they sold me this box of pennies. None of the others had anything for me. No $50. Getting kind of depressing. So I started on those that Tuesday night. I think I went through a few. And let's see. Yeah, Wednesday we got up, and my friend took the day off. He owns his own company down there, and we went to. I think it's the Eye over. We went to the Eye over Orlando, and we went to the Aquarium. There's another little virtual thing. If you buy tickets for the Aquarium, it's like this little 8-minute thing, and it wasn't good. It had 3D-ish look. You put your virtual glasses on, and there was pictures of animals and stuff. Like you got real close to them. It was a little bit neat, but the seat was really uncomfortable. It was really sweaty, and it just wasn't that cool. I was a little disappointed, but it was just a little freebie, I guess. I've got pictures of the Aquarium and the Eye over Orlando, so I'll put those up there. We also went when we got to the Aquarium. A group of 200 little kids had just gone in. So the guy said, "You guys might want to wait a little while." So we walked down the road and played a game of putt-putt at this pirate putt-putt place. And it was fun. I hadn't played in forever, but I didn't have the right clothes. It was really hot, really humid. And man, I was just roasting. The shirt wasn't cotton, so it didn't breathe. And just underneath, I was just caked with sweat. Toward the end of the game, I'm like, I'm getting so hot. I think I'm getting a little bit too hot. So thankfully, the game ended. It was fun, but it was a bit too hot. It took forever to cool off. We went and got some lunch at a little place right there and sat in there for a good long while and finally cooled off a bit. I wanted to show this to you guys before I forgot. We were on our way home today, and we spent the night last night in Huntsville, Alabama, and we were on our way back, and we had just crossed the Tennessee line, and we needed to pull over and use the bathroom. And it's a truck stop called the Tennessean. Really big place, really cool. We looked around, and there's a lot of gifts and stuff just at this truck stop. And I noticed that there was a quarter push machine, and it was baited with $20 bills and all types of cool stuff. But I didn't think it was primed good to give anything. I've seen these things before. Even if there's a few coins hanging over, it it would have taken $500 to get $150, I believe. But there was nothing in the if you win anything, it's a little tray down the bottom. There was nothing in it, and so we're just looking around at the gifts and the $100 hams and all this sort of stuff. And just as we was walked past the quarter push machine, I heard clink clink clink. I reached down there, and I don't know why there was a penny in there. It wasn't there earlier, but there was $1.51. That's my bonus for the ride home. That was pretty funny. And so a few rolls later, and here's wheat penny number 7. Pretty cool. 1945. So 5 of the 7 is from the 40s. It's a little bit neat. Copper. All right, so Thursday morning, our plans were, my friend was going to work. He couldn't take every day off. And so we said, we're going to go over to the beach. So we drove over. My friend is in the Orlando area. And we drove over to Cocoa Beach and went out on that outer road, A1A. It's not called Outer Banks, but it's kind of an Outer Banks road. And we got on at Cocoa Beach and we drove it. Just enjoyed the ride, just these beach areas and beach homes and all the cool places along the way and souvenir shops and stuff. And we stopped somewhere on the way. I don't remember which beach we stopped at, but we got out and walked up and down the beach for a while and picked up a few shells and just enjoyed it for a bit. And then we got back. There's an 82. Got back in the car and headed down. I think it was like 62 miles on that Outer Banks Road at the Fort Pierce area is where we came back inland and got on Highway 1 and came north all the way back up to, interstate, I forget which one, and headed back over to Orlando. Stopped at a little place and got us a lunch. But anyway, I was hoping to stop at a few banks in these little beach towns all the way down A1A. And we went past the first one, and it seemed like it should have been open. My wife's like, they're not open. I'm like, oh, bummer. So we went a little farther. It's like, oh, look, there's one of my banks. All right. One that I'm a member at. And I went up to the door, and you had to have your debit card to get in the door. It was weird. And it wasn't working. Then somebody came out, so I just went in. The first set of doors, but you couldn't get in the second set of doors. So I'm like, what is going on here? And then I remembered it was Juneteenth and they were closed. Oh, I was so frustrated because all the way down through there, I think I passed two more of my banks that I would like to have stopped at and see what I could have got. So I didn't get to do any banking at all because it was Juneteenth. That was so frustrating. I just came across my second dime. That's cool. That's two of them now I've found. Even though the first one, I don't know where it is. I may have stuck it with my change. I don't know. So anyway, on the way home today, I did stop at a few banks, and I did get a box of nickels, and then another bank let me get 10 rolls of pennies and $40 worth of nickels. And I'll go through those in the next day, or the nickels in the next day or two. So the pinball machine, it was so fun, but I played it a fair amount in the evenings and a little bit before, while my friend was at work. And I got the high score. I told him about it. He's like, you've been here 2 days and you've already got the high score. And I'm like, yeah. He couldn't believe it. So he goes, well, I've got the controls. I can reset it. I'm like, well, don't you dare. But I did say, if you happen to, is that a Wheatie? No, I looked at it wrong. Oh, okay. I thought it said 1950. I said, if you beat it, call me. I'll come back down here and try to beat it again. But he liked nothing more than that. We hadn't been down there in a long time, so he loved it if we got down there again a lot sooner than the last time. I've still got quite a few rolls to go, and here's wheat penny number 8. Another one from the 40s, 1947. I just earlier in this roll, I found two 1959s back to each other, but they were both memorials. No 59 wheat penny, which I think they've only found a couple of them in all these years. Copper. There are now 10 rolls to go in this box, plus the other 10 rolls I'll go through afterwards. And this is the first 2009 that I have found. I'll keep this one. And I found one 2025. I got it stuck aside too. So these are clearly not old rolls or nothing like that. I just came across my third Canadian penny, Canadian copper penny. This is one of those 12-sided guys, 1985. I think there's like 8 rows to go still. Just replaced the batteries in my scales. Oh, I did check the copper price, and copper's gone back up. I think it was down to, man, 2.79 cents per penny, something like that, and it's back up to 2.95 cents each. Getting really close to the 3-cent point again. I'd like to see it get back up over that. It was pretty early last year, I believe, when it did that, and then didn't last too long, and it dropped back down. 58. Oh, I do believe we have wheat penny number 9, 1958D. Dime number 3, guys. How about them apples? What year does that say? Oops, where'd it go? There it is. Oh, it's a 2000. Good grief. Now just 5 rows to go in the box, and here is another Canadian copper penny, 1976. That's 4 of those in this box now, and 9 wheat pennies. Will we get 10? We stopped, last night on the way home and got, we just went to Texas Roadhouse. We hadn't had a steak in a while, so we got us a steak, and we're getting ready to eat some leftovers, baked potato and stuff like that. Still with 1 row to go, and here's number 10, 1944, San Francisco. Cool beans. I got my 10 Wheaties. All right. Oh, in our putt-putt adventure, it was uphills and downhills. It was crazy. But one of them, you had to shoot through these 2 rock things, and then it just went down a real steep hill. And then down at the far end was the hole. Well, I lined it up, got between the rocks, and it went down that hill perfectly, but it was going so fast, it hit the hole right at the center and jumped up and shot out of the playing field and into the water over with the pirate ships. So I went down and looked for it. I didn't see it anywhere. And my friend just went back to where we started and grabbed me another golf ball. And so, you finish the game in the last hole, it goes down in the hole, and I guess it goes back to their office because that's it. You don't see it no more. So anyway, later that day, we were back doing the Eye of Orlando or something like that. And we stopped, and he got a drink of water, and 82. And he goes, when I went and got you the extra ball, just in case that happened again, I got 2 extra, and he forgot to turn 1 in. So there she is. our little keepsake that we didn't mean to do, but that was from the putt-putt place. 1 roll to go. All right, I've weighed my 82s. Here's my today's copper. Let's see how close we get to 3 pounds. After this, I'll go through the other 10 rolls that I picked up today in Tennessee. It was kind of a little ways down south of Nashville. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. I didn't think it was 3 pounds, but I didn't want to say for sure. Didn't quite get the 3 pounds, but we did get 10 wheat pennies. And now let's get those other 10 rolls and see what we find. This is the 4th row in those 10 rolls, extra rolls, and I do get 1 wheat penny at least. This one, 1944, a lot of the 40s. Getting a few copper too, so just a little bonus, I guess. 82. We'll have it wrapped up here in just a minute. And like I said, hopefully in the next day or two, I'll get to these nickels and see what we find. Maybe we'll get a silver one. I hope so. In Tennessee, I've done several times and ordered $50. I've never done real good, but maybe I'll do better with the nickels. Who knows? We'll find out here soon. We got $140 worth of it. 3 rolls to go now, and here is a 1953D Wheatie. That's 2 from this set now. Cool. I think the copper's okay. Not bad. Oh, is that another Wheatie? Very cool. 1942D. Another one from the 40s. I'm looking forward to trying to get caught up on. I'll start reading about copper and pennies and see if I've missed any news while I was gone. 82. What is that? That's a plastic penny. That's hilarious. Maybe that's what they'll start making. That's funny. No year. Now 2 rows to go, and here is another wheat penny. I found several, so I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, we just finished our food. My mom stopped in to say hey. She's glad we're home. I think our preacher is going to be out of town tomorrow, so one of the other guys is going to fill in. I need to let them know I'm sure my wife's already told them we're home. 82. I don't think I've seen a single 2023 in these. 82. In these rolls, these 10 rolls. There is a Canadian, but it's not copper. 2005. It's good to be home, guys. I tell you, I like visiting, but how many times has people said they like getting home? We like getting home too. Well, I found about 12 ounces of copper, which is pretty good. If I'd had a whole box, that would have been over 3 pounds of copper. 4 wheat pennies. And hair. Quite a few hairs. That's it for today, folks. I am going to sign off. And we'll see you in the nickel hunt real soon.
Yeah.